Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Shabbat Shimakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and its sincerity to the hopeful light tabernacle of David. To the Aquat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest. The 144,001 the hopeful elect of Israel. I am the brother Yashawan Salat, the brother / elder Yashawan. Back with the WW3 Daily update. We're going to start right here, Jeremiah 51 and 46. I'm going to read it in the NLT so I could get these approaching forces. Okay? But do not panic. Don't be afraid when you hear the first rumor of approaching forces. For rumors will keep coming year by year. Violence will erupt in the land as leaders fight against each other. Okay. Right. That approaching forces. Let you know that you're at war, right? War. You're at war. Until the chariots, guess what? You're on the battlefield. Anyway, let's go to Tusi. Tusi is a clown. He's a Persian living in Great Britain, licking ass. He's a straight brown nose, and I want to be a English, what are they, Pocky, right? That's what they call him over there. But like old Farouk, right, of Queen. Freddie Mercury. Anyway, Tusi's a clown. Keep that in mind. But he's describing the greater war, right? Because what happened? Well, Iran or the Persians declared war, right, on somebody. Well, where are they at? They're in England, the mother of Babylon the Great. So let's see how things are going in this war.
Welcome back to 2CTV, everybody. We have some more breaking news for you guys from the Middle East as tensions and the Islamist threat is increasing across the region and across the whole world with an attack on a Christian church in Damascus. But I do need to actually give you guys yet another breaking news. Minutes before we came live, if you're watching this live,
And they've been attacking Christians in Syria. That's been ongoing for a while now, if you don't know about that, right? Shooting up old churches and some crazy shit. They're attacking the Christians over there, right? But then he's going to mention something going on here, homegrown whatever. So let's check that.
We also heard about yet another attack. This time, at a church, this time in Michigan, the United States of America. We are just getting more information about the attack at that church, but we're going to talk about the church in Damascus, and we have some very graphic images and videos. We're going to obviously, I'm giving you a heads up now.
So let's find out what's going on at a church in Michigan. Let's find out if that is Islamist, right? Because if it is, then that means what? That means world war. If this guy went in on behalf of Persians talking about jihad or whatever here on this soil, you got to qualify that, right? You have to qualify that. Let's see who actually did do what.
But we're going to show you guys the videos and give you guys the details of what's actually happening following the tensions increasing with the Islamic Republic of Iran and their proxies.
Because that would be World War III, would it not? Happening right here on Babylon the Great soil.
In the region, there is chaos left, right, and center in multiple countries, including Syria.
Meaning World War.
The IRGC are against Syria and the new regime in the country. Of course, the Christians have been targeted a number of times by multiple groups, including some of the Al-Jilani supporters. But let's give you guys the update first, and I'm going to get your reaction. First things first, we have discovered a suicide bomber
The update, as in World War III. What are they? A little Yahweh Shai with an afro right there. What's that? Is that Yahweh Shai with a fro? I wish I could blow it up. That would be Yahweh Shai with a fro right there. What else is going on? They're tearing shit up. Let's tear shit up. Why are they coming in here tearing shit up? Hold on. What's going on here? Right? Who's tearing shit up and they mad? We got to get rid of these. Oh, this is in Syria. Yeah? They got to destroy those artifacts in Syria.
He went inside the St. Elias church in Damascus during a very busy Sunday mass service. He did start targeting people. Following that, he blew himself up. Initially, we started getting updates that about 25 or 30 people were killed, but actually, we have double-checked with the authorities. The health ministry in Syria are saying that so far, 9 people have been killed and 13 people have been seriously
Is that in the church?
injured. The number of injured people, the casualties, unfortunately, could go up over the next few hours. Of course, this attack was at the heart of the capital, Damascus, which is, of course, a deadly breach.
Apparently, it was at the church.
Al-Julani's security's stronghold. There are still many factions that want to bring down the current government. Having said that, let's go to the first video that we have from the St. Elias Church, and this is just after the attack.
Look for pictures of Yahweh Shai looking like me.
So,
looking bloody.
According to the Syrian state media, they actually coordinated this with the authorities immediately, minutes after the attack. They did their investigation very quickly, as opposed to in the West, which it takes usually half a day to do an investigation on a very clear terror attack. Syrian state media has now called it a cowardly act of terror, but we are still waiting for any specific group to claim responsibility. Of course, it could be any group, including ISIS or many others as well. The war on
Man, I wonder what's in the
Christians
churches,
across the whole
man.
world continued.
I think they went in and tried to blow up the churches, man. They're trying to get rid of them artifacts. That's really what they're
the global Western media, the mainstream media, are not really passionate about it.
Why would you go and blow up? See, you shot a couple of people, but you tried to blow the church all the way up. Them artifacts, that's...
This over the last few months, over the last few years, we've had a huge round of attacks on Christians from Nigeria, Congo, to, of course, even in Europe. We've had a number of churches.
Wherever they got them black artifacts up on
them. Attacked in
What's going on? Let's go to Michigan and look on the walls and see what they got.
Burned down in Canada, and of course in the Middle East as well. There doesn't seem to be any appetite from the legacy media to report any of this, but of course our job on 2C TV is to tell you the truth. Let's go to the second video we've received. Just a heads up, graphic footage from after the attack in the St. Elias Church in Damascus.
Got rid of a whole lot of paintings, artifacts that been in the church for thousands of years.
As I said, we're also going to be giving you guys the information of
the first century pottery that we had, the frescoes and.
It is attack at another church, this time in Michigan, which only just happened. The information is coming into us now as well.
Which had the real Shroud of Turin with Yahweh Shai looking like Prince.
There is another video that we received from inside this church in Damascus. Let's quickly go to that, and then we're gonna. There is also an eyewitness that kind of relatively described what happened. Let's quickly go to the next video.
What do they hide? Woo! Oh, he went down quick on that. What was this? Look at that. Look how there. He was about to. Right when they're about to show something good. Watch his focus. Watch this guy's focus.
Now there's absolute denial across the mainstream well, across the Western world in general. We also have, because the media is manipulating everybody and our so-called government, we have a number of people who continue to deny all this. For example, we have someone in the live chat saying Christians are not under attack. Yeah, they just went in, the attacker, to just target a couple with a rifle and targeted people.
We did what?
Next clip that we have is actually, we should actually talk about what's going on in Michigan as well. Another Sunday service turned into chaos in Wayne, Michigan. A man decided to drive his truck, straight through the crowd in front of the church, stepped out with a rifle, and targeted people who were going to church.
Did he blow the church up?
That's the first video we have from Wayne in.
Well, he was just shooting niggas. Big ass church. That ain't no black church. There ain't enough information on
Now, of course, the emergency workers and security have closed off the area to continue their investigation in Wayne. But the actual law enforcement confirmed that multiple people were hit before a security guard of the church successfully tackled the suspect, the attacker, on the spot and went down. The authorities are still counting the number of people who have been injured and casualties. We'll keep you guys posted on that as well. There's a lot of.
That just sounds like Bubba went off. Anyway, so there you go. Attack. Islamist attack. All right, so this guy who is probably once an Islamist. Let's see, stay strapped. That's all I could tell you. Right? Let me just read this again. Jeremiah 51. I'm going to read it in the King James and then again in the NLT. Jeremiah 51 and 46. Unless your heart faint and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Now that's a little ambiguous, but this clears it up, I believe. Jeremiah 51:46 in the NLT, but do not panic. Don't be afraid when you hear the first rumor of approaching forces. Okay. For rumors will keep coming year by year. Violence will erupt in the land as leaders fight against each other. Anyway, with that, basically be careful out there because sleeper cells. All right. This is what Tusi is saying. Sleeper cells, watch out. With that, we hope that the elector edified your brother and sister. Shalom.